Hi everyone, it's Tim back here again. As promised, I have edited part two, and coming up in this segment, Rory, the coin hustler, is back, and what he's going to do is he's going to sort of give us his point of view and what he does for staking with coins using the Atomic Wallet. So kind of interesting. Stay tuned because at the end of this, you're going to see the percentages of what you can do for staking, and we get into some other information that's kind of useful. I'm not going to give it away, so you kind of have to watch the video. Anyway, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy.
But the staking is the thing. Here's Zilliqa at the top. If you go to the far right, you'll see the yearly yield. So you're making 15% on Zilliqa, which is awesome. So 5% if you go to Cardano. Now, I don't do my Cardano staking here. I have a Daedalus wallet for Cardano for staking my ADA.
Okay, so
here's your Atomic Wallet token. So I got these 305 tokens, and you're making 20% a year on that.
What is staking, Rory?
Yeah,
if you could just tell our audience what staking is.
Okay, so staking is where you take your coins of whatever one you have, and when you stake it, you actually start earning interest on it. Rather than just hodling it, you stake it and you can earn interest. So we would go to staking over here on the left. It's fairly simple. For instance, if I want to stake Zilliqa, I would click on Zilliqa. So I have staked 32,000 ZIL. Okay, so when the rewards I get are 15% a year. Okay, so this is what I've made right now, 856 in the last little while. When that gets to 1,000, I claim it, adds it into here to my total balance, and then that continues to be staked. You can get another coin, which they're not, it's a governance coin, and there's not going to be very many of them. They run out, and it's right here, governance ZIL. So I have one. So that's 1,000 Zilliqa, and that's a governance coin you get free, and they're going to be worth a lot of money at some point. But anyway, let's go back to staking in Zilliqa. So that's the amount you would make in Zilliqa. Let's check another one. Let's go to Band. I don't have any Band, but on Band protocol, you can make 17%.
Wow.
Which is awesome.
do all coins allow you to stake them?
Well, right now, these are the only ones you can stake on Atomic. See the list? So Zilliqa, Cardano, Atomic Wallet, Icon, that's a fairly new one. Cosmos, I've got some of that staked. Tezos, Tron. Now I have Tron, and I've staked it on a Clever wallet. I could move it back over here, but I have it over there.
So Rory, when you say you're staking your coins in Tron, you're giving them back to Tron to do what with?
Okay, so what they do is when you stake it, it allows them to have that liquidity, and then they can use that liquidity for anything that they're doing, any exchanges. But if I want to get it back, I just take it back. But I am making money on it. Like I'm making, if you look here on Zilliqa.
So you're loaning it back to them?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like it would be like a government bond or right, like a savings bond that we would give the money back to, or we would buy a bond to the government, right, in the old days, and they would pay us a minimal interest rate, but they would use it to do other things with, right?
And they would make more money on it for sure.
Right.
Well, that's it. That's really interesting. So now I know, have you ever used Binance and those other exchanges?
So I don't use Binance. I've never used it just because I never had to, but I have used KuCoin, and I have used Trade Ogre. Trade Ogre is one of the places where I buy a privacy coin called Pirate Coin. It's going to be big, I believe. And it's the ticker for that is ARRR. R. So it's really cool. It's only about 25 or 30 cents right now. Whereas like Monero, another privacy coin it's higher. It's like 250 or 300, whatever it's at right now.
And you're buying pirate coin on this other exchange
Yeah,
called.
the only place I can get it is on Trade Ogre. I mean, there's maybe other places, but I don't know another place in Canada.
And what
But
does
Trade
it?
Ogre, just
What
so you
is
know,
it?
Trade Ogre looks a lot like that Binance. It's got all the different tickers and everything, and it's got the trading pairs, you know. So
Nobody's an expert on any of this stuff. It's just good conversation, because sure as anything, we're going to get asked about this.
yeah, and I'm not a financial
Ask.
expert or a financial advisor at all. So
No.
this is just for entertainment purposes.
100%. And you know what's funny is, it's hard to figure out where to go to get advice with all of these things. And I remember when you and I first started talking about all of this, I talked to a few of my other friends and said, hey, have you heard about Bitcoin? Not even the altcoins, just Bitcoin. And I said, because I was spewing out all the things that I had learned and was excited about. And they immediately send me they said, well, I'll check with my financial advisor about this. And of course, the financial advisors all go, don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. It's too risky. Yeah. It's this, it's that. And as you and I had been talking about in the early days, they say those things because they actually don't know anything about it. That's one possibility. And the second thing is they can't figure out how to monetize it yet. But the fact that nobody's figured out how to monetize it is good and yet bad, because for the average Joe that might like to have somebody that's in a financial position to advise on some of these coins, I don't really think there's anybody out there doing that. So we're stuck with this type of a platform where it's person to person helping each other navigate through this, because who is giving anybody advice on any of these things?
Yep, and every YouTuber that you see on there, they all say that.
Well, this is really, really cool. And so staking is an interesting thing for me. I like the thought of that. I like the thought of the passive income. I mean, that's what got us really excited about BlockFi. That's why we put our Bitcoin into BlockFi, because we earn interest on it. So instead of just having it in a cold wallet, like on the Nano Ledger, we like having ours in BlockFi because it does earn us interest. And we just got an interest check a couple days ago, and we just took that and it goes right back into Bitcoin. So it just helps us to keep our little portfolio of Bitcoin growing and growing. But I find staking fascinating. I think any way you can make additional money, why wouldn't you look at that?
So basically what you're doing with the BlockFi is staking your Bitcoin.
Correct.
Pretty much.
In a roundabout way. Yep.
Basically what you're doing. But there you can borrow against it as well.
Correct.
Which is cool. So the other one, another good one for that is Celsius Wallet. I have a Celsius wallet too, where I've got, Bitcoin and Ethereum both being staked. And there's another good one, which is Voyager. I don't know if I've got Voyager token as well, but the Voyager wallet, they've amalgamated with another wallet. I forget the name of it in France. And at the end of April, it's going to be exploding because it's gone kind of down a bit. Voyager token.
What's the ticker on that one, Rory?
VRX. Let me just check for sure.
Because I tried to, I guess it was before Christmas. I was watching YouTube University and I saw, I forget who it was. He was being interviewed. He was Voyager. And,
Rob was interviewing him on Digital Asset News.
So what I did was I actually purchased stock in Voyager that had come into Canada, because I couldn't buy his token at that point in time. Yeah. When did you buy his token? Did you buy it new?
So I did that too. Yeah, in my RSP, I bought some Voyager stock. I've got a couple of blockchain stocks because that's the only. Because, like I say, when you said you talk to your financial advisor, they don't know crypto. They don't want to know it. And when I even asked mine, he says, "Yeah, I want to get into a crypto ETF because there's one or two in Canada now." Oh yeah, we don't do that. They don't get it yet.
No.
Voyager token is VGX.
VGX. And what platform did you get that on?
That's an ERC token. So it's off of, I got on MetaMask.
What'd you call it? A what token?
I don't know. I said
RFC?
ERC20, but I don't know if it is or not. But I know it's on my MetaMask.
Well, and Rob was talking about it today in Digital Asset News. He was talking about everybody getting mad at him because it went the price.
Yeah.
He's been a big proponent of it, and the price like literally zipped right up. But then it's come down again. But when he was talking about it and really bullish on it, it was like 7 cents a coin, and then it's gone all the way up to $7. Now it's popped back down. I think it's around $4. But to your point, like they're going to be merging, so it's definitely one to watch.
So let me ask you a question. If you were to be excited about one coin, what would it be?
Theta. Yeah, I'm out of my mind excited about Theta.
Man, are they rocking and rolling with their partnerships, eh?
Oh, it's crazy. It's and one of the main guys behind it is the guy that's behind one of the main guys on YouTube.
It'd be really good to talk about, well, what is Theta? What's the project itself? What does the token represent? Even though I know people will do their own research, but what is it? It's like a gaming, it's for the gaming world, right?
It's what it is. It's a video platform that uses broadband width from multiple different computers. So, and I don't even necessarily understand it all, and I don't really have to. And I don't necessarily care to. I just believe these guys and I read it and I go, okay, yeah, but I don't need to explain it and I don't have to explain it. And that's why I like it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have to, right? But it is going to be huge. And so there's two parts to it too. There's Theta, the Theta token, but there's also T-Fuel. So T-Fuel is how you make money when you stake your Theta. And the place you stake your, we haven't talked about that because that's another, staking Theta is another thing that's a little bit more, there's a little bit more to it. So Rob at Digital News, he has good videos on how to stake Theta. So when you stake Theta, you earn T-Fuel. So T-Fuel, the way Digital Dave explains Theta and T-Fuel is Theta is like your bank machine, like a bank machine, and the T-Fuel is like the money that comes out of it. Okay, so it's what you earn when you're staking your T-Fuel, your Theta is T-Fuel. And T-Fuel is what all the gamers and all the different people that are going to be using the thing are going to be using as the currency.
Okay. Well, we will definitely look into that one because it's been on our watch list for quite some time, and it just really, there's so many exciting projects. You feel like a flea jumping all over a dog for like you just don't know where to start.
I know another big one I really think is going to go good is ADA, so Cardano. And Cardano, once they get in the next month or so, they've got some few things. Just do your own research on it, check out what's happening with them, and I believe it's gonna.
And that ticker is ADA, right?
Yeah, that's the ADA ticker, and our buddy Tim Perry isn't so high on that one, only because he said nobody's really building anything on it. Like there's a lot of people that are very, very bullish on Cardano. But it's an interesting thing when you get deeper into it that we want to see some people build something on it. I mean, I think from a fee perspective, they've got that and an ease of use, all that sort of stuff is there. It'll be an interesting one to watch. That's for darn sure. We don't know enough about it, but that's the word on the street is that.
So in Africa, there's a lot of unbanked people. And Cardano is one signature, I guess, away from the hierarchy in Africa to be able to use it there for all the unbanked people.
If you were speaking to newbie Nancy again from back last June, what would you tell me now, almost a year later? Are you still really bullish on Bitcoin?
Oh yeah, no, I think Bitcoin's going to do great. Now I'm looking at the altcoins where I'm going to get higher returns. And so when Bitcoin comes back down, when it starts coming down, then I'll move everything back kind of into Bitcoin and let it sit there for the next cycle that'll come in 4 years. But I just think there's more money to be made in the alts right now. And alt season hasn't even started. I mean, we're just at the start of the bull run here. And
And something interesting that I saw from actually Rob on Digital Asset News yesterday or the day before. I don't know how often you watch him, but he said it's interesting to see how the market in the altcoins works with tax season. People cash out because they gotta pay the taxes. Then they get their refund. And it's like, ooh, here we go back up again, right? So it never have crossed my mind.
You can walk down the street and nobody knows about cryptocurrencies. Like, I've heard of Bitcoin, and then I have people that finally hear about it and they go, hey, help me out. I want to do this. I want to get into that. And I'm like, well, you got to learn. Like, I can't just do it for you, right? You're going to have to dig into it and spend some time. Like you and I have, we've all done it. You go in, you do your research, you figure out how to do this, look at some people, then you can talk to me then and say, yeah, I got a wallet. Now what do I do? Okay, now I can help you.
Oh, that was so funny, because I know I was probably driving you crazy at the very beginning, because I was kind of interested, but I wasn't sure. And then I would do my own research. Then I would go down rabbit holes. So I was interested. I got it, but I didn't know what to do. And I'm still, if truth be told, if I didn't have Tim, I would be still muddling around with these wallets and the exchanges and where do I go here and what do I do here. I get it. I get Bitcoin. I get Ethereum. I get the altcoins now. I still struggle on some levels with the buying and selling and the exchanges and all that sort of stuff, and having things into stable coins instead of going back to fiat. It's still difficult in my mind.
Well, that's why you try not to get so spread out on all the different, there's like hundreds and hundreds and thousands of coins, right? So just pick some that resonate with you, and I've picked like a few, like Theta, I love, and ADA, and, VeChain and Digibyte, like just some things that you like. Zilliqa, I like the ones that I think are going to go high and I can get some passive income on them now. And then like this atomic wallet is so easy. As you can see, it doesn't have all the other stuff that a big ticker thing like Binance or KuCoin, so it's not as confusing, especially for new people. You can go, oh yeah, I just changed that for that. Oh, okay, that's easy. I can do that for that. It's very simple on atomic wallet. So
yeah. And now, who of all your friends, because you're in around the same age as Tim and I, of all your friends and your son's friends, who do you find is most interested in the world of crypto? Is it our age group, your son's age group, or somewhere in between?
Well, I probably only have like 2 or 3 other people, like, hockey buddies or baseball buddies or someone like that. I don't know. What do I want to do that for? And then, and so my son is, and he's got maybe 1 or 2 people that are, maybe because their parents are involved somehow. But other than that, I can talk to people. Like I'll bring it up. Like, we'll be in the dressing room after hockey. Not now because of COVID, but I'll say, hey, you know what? Bitcoin's going crazy. Yeah, you're gonna lose your shirt. Not okay. Whatever.
Yeah, so we're still early. And I remember back last June having such FOMO when the price was, I think when you first got me looking at it, it was below 9,000 when I first looked at it. I think our first buy-in at the $300 that we put into it, I think if it was, I don't even think it was 9,000 then. And then once I started getting into it, I started having massive anxiety thinking I'd miss the boat at that stage.
And that was a year ago, right? Yeah. So people are just, people even now, oh, I missed it. No, we are so early. We are like what's called the early adopters. And people are just, if you're just getting in now, it's awesome. Just come down the rabbit hole with us, learn, figure it out,
If you had to give an opinion and you said, okay, look, I'm going to dollar cost average in, and you had the choice of going to a Bitcoin or Ethereum ETF or to the actual coin, which one would you do?
I'm not doing the ETF. I mean, I'm doing the ETFs just in my RRSP because I do my own trading there, and I'm heavy into blockchains in my RRSP, but other than that, I don't trade. I do the coins.
What blockchains do you have in
I
your?
got so I've got Riot.
Oh, yeah.
Exploded, and Marathon.
And these are the ETF stocks that he's doing.
No, these are the blockchains.
Those are blockchains, but I do have some ETFs. I just don't, like I said them and forget them. I just let them go. I'm not a guru into the stocks.
I think you kind of have to choose your horse. I'm bearish on the stock market. I know by all indicators, everybody thinks I'm nuts. It just doesn't, the stock market and what's happening in the economy doesn't make sense to me yet. I just can't grapple with the economy. Just the economy and regular business still hasn't gone to normal in my view. So then the stock market going way, way up none of this equates to me. But Bitcoin and all these other projects, that equates in my brain because it's sort of like a separate world happening outside of the real world. It's like they're building the future world in advance of it happening. So I get it.
You're going down another whole rabbit hole with the economy and everything, especially with all the money printing and everything, and they're just propping it up, and there's going to be big crashes. But that's another rabbit hole. That's another thing about the whole pandemic and everything. So
I know. So, but that's why I don't focus on the stock market. I'm sort of like you. I picked some stocks that I feel okay about, like the energy stocks, like Enbridge and things like that, because no matter what happens, I still need to have, I need my house taken care of. So I figured those things will still always operate regardless of what's going on in the economy. And I did like you, I'm sort of got anything Bitcoin, crypto related that I could get my hands on in a stock format, but that just sits there, plug and play, and I don't really look at it at all. So I'm really much like you on that.
I'm a hodler, not a trader.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Roy. This has been amazing. Thank you for coming and banging on my door and making me lift my head up and look around myself, because I can't tell you how excited I am about the new world that is being developed on the underground of the real world right now. And I'm glad to be participating in it. So.
You need to put a little bit of suntan lotion on the top of that little head. You're getting a little too much sun there, boy.
I'm getting a little sun here, and I see you're getting a little shaggy there. You might want to take her down to the quick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Appreciate you guys having me on. Thanks a lot. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thanks, Rory, for giving us all that information about staking and your perspective about what you're using as platforms and exchanges and so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you that, as usual, we are not professional investment or financial advisors. This is just FYI. You need to do your own due diligence and you need to do your research. We always refer people to CoinGecko because it seems to be, especially for newbies, sort of the one-stop place to get all your information. The website, the tokenomics, the financials, the caps, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So thanks for tuning in. I hope we got some valuable information about staking. And remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time.